In South Korea, doubtless through imitation of its great and powerful neighbor, which largely inspired Korean industrialization, toilets are a cutting-edge product as well.
In Korea or Japan, I think we have really good technologies. They have like a good thinking of the poops or toilets. So we don't have really like a bad minds of that. In Korea, we have like a theme parks of the poop concept. The couples, they think it's really romantic place.
In Seoul, which in Bloomberg Agency's ratings occupies the envied spot of the most innovative city in the world, the interest of youth for toilets is clear in hip cafes and plain to see in the streets. The residence of Saim Jae-duk, ex-mayor of Suwon, a town close to Seoul, is built in the shape of a giant white toilet with shiningly white polished ceramic.
This is Sim Jae-duk, the founder of our Mr. Toilet House. He built his house to celebrate our foundation, the World Toilet Association.
This building has become the center of the WTA, the World Toilet Association, which has been at work since 2007 promoting hygiene and the end of prejudice.
European people think that toilet is only toilet, but Korean and Japanese people consider it as a cultural space. For example, the Korean and Japanese people enter into the house, they remove their shoes. And also, when enter into the toilet, they need another slippers to use that.
One, two, three, push.
The education of the toilet begins earlier in Korea and Japan. For example, in 3 or 4 ages, it can create toilet culture.
The Koreans have had their sanitary revolution as well, and now talk freely and without shame about their toilets. This starts in nursery school.
There are over 500 books about the toilet culture in Korean. Mr. Shim Jae-duk was born in the outdoor toilet of his grandmother's house, and he used to be called 개똥이, literally means doggy poop, when he was a child. And he played a leading role to develop the toilet culture when nicknamed Mr. Toilet in his later years.
Starting from Japan, passing through South Korea, the cultural and technological toilet revolution reached Singapore several decades ago. In Singapore, Jack Sim is another hero of the environment. At 40, this accomplished and charismatic ex-businessman created the WTO, the World Toilet Organization. Like its Korean cousin, it informs public opinion and raises funds for innovative projects for those that desperately need toilets.
Sometimes they call me Super Lou, sometimes they call me Mr. Shit, but a common name, Mr. Toilet, now it's stuck. I'm very happy because it is a name that can be used by everybody to promote toilets all over the world.
Jack Sim is crusading to open minds to the subject.
The last item that is a taboo is the toilet, because nobody wants to speak about the toilet. So I want to talk about toilet, because if we don't talk about it, we cannot improve.
Jack Sim likes to put himself on stage for the cause.
To break the taboo, we use the humor. The media love it. And then the media wrote so much about toilets, a funny subject which make people laugh, to a subject that people listen. Because when they laugh, they listen.
Jack Sim's clowning, his cheek and offbeat humor now offer him a global audience.
In the 2013, the United Nations adopted our founding day, 19th of November, as the official UN World Toilet Day.
The message is sometimes spread by somewhat old-fashioned means, but the UN is convinced that everything has to be tried to end the unbearable scandal of the lack of sanitary conditions which, every year, hits millions of victims, and that the waste of water in developed countries has to stop.
Mr. Bill Gates put more than $200 million in changing the technology, that this kind of movement would never have happened before the toilet subject is legitimized.
I want to talk to you today about toilets.
Bill Gates moves from computers to loo paper.
A decade ago, I didn't think I would be able to tell you so much about poop. I definitely didn't think that my wife would have to tell me that in some cases I'm talking too much about toilets. Our goal is to create a multi-billion-dollar business opportunity that at some point is getting by without any sort of philanthropic grant money, that it really just evolves into companies competing to provide the best product.
To start up this virtuous cycle, Bill Gates launched a competition with his foundation so that scientists could completely reinvent the equipment, which really hasn't changed much in 2 centuries.
Terrible.
But where were our toilets technologically before Bill Gates financed their innovation? Separating urine from solid waste and using one or the other instead of sending them to a treatment plant is a promising solution. Urine contains many nutrients, and since it is sterile, can be easily recycled. But fecal matter is loaded with pathogens and so more difficult to reuse. No-mix toilets, developed in Switzerland 20 years ago by the research centre IAWAG, are designed to collect urine and stool separately so as to reuse them.
No-mix toilets are a new generation of toilets where the liquids are separated from the solids. All toilets in this modern building are no-mix toilets. As soon as you sit down, a valve opens here in the middle, and the urine now drains off to a storage tank in the cellar of the building. As soon as you stand up, the valve closes, and the urine remains concentrated in the tank. You can now flush quite normally.